Welcome back, everyone, to the NBA recap for the weekend. We're going to be going over the game Saturday and Sunday. I know a lot of you were probably watching the NFL playoffs. I might have been as well, but let's just get right into the recap. First up, we have the Jazz and the Suns. The Suns win 114 to 106 over the Utah Jazz. The Utah Jazz shot 43.8% from the field and 21.4% from three. Horrendous three-point shooting, 9 for 42. They got 24 out of Lauri Markkanen, but he only shot 3 for 12 from three. They also got 16 and 13 out of Walker Kessler and 20 out of Colin Sexton. They got 13 out of C-Dub and 13 out of Mikhailic. As for the Suns, they shot 51.2% from the field and 35.1% from three. They got 25 from KD, 10 from Dunn, 34 from D-Book. And they also got 12 off the bench from Bradley Beal and 12 off the bench from Grayson Allen. Overall, the Suns have been playing better with Bradley Beal coming off the bench, and they moved to only one game under 500. The Jazz lose their 28th game, but, they're kind of trying to lose. Tank for Koopa Flag. Next up, we got the Pistons and we got the Raptors. The Pistons win this game 123 to 114. 9-point win as the Pistons move one game above 500. I've been really impressed by the Pistons this year, coming off the worst season of all time, and they're kind of cooking. As for the Raptors, they shot 43.5% from the field and 42.1% from three. Shot well from three, but not from the field. They got 16 points from Scottie Barney, 10 from Barrett, on 0 for 8 from 3. They got 25 from Quickly, 13 from Dick, 14 from Boucher, 14 from Brown, and 10 from Sheed. As for the Pistons, they shot 52.4% from the field and 57.6% from 3 on 33 shots. They got 17 from Toby, 24 from Tim Hardaway Jr., 10 from Duran, 22, 10, and 17 from Cade Cunningham, and 18 from Mikal Beasley. Cade's been cooking. Pistons been cooking. It's been good to see the Pistons win some games. Next up, we got the best game for Saturday, a 127-125 win for the Memphis Grizzlies over the Minnesota Timberwolves. The Grizzlies shot 44.4% from the field and 39% from three. They got 33 points from Jaren Jackson Jr., 13 from Wells, 12 from Morant, 21 from Desmond Bane, 10 from Clark, 11 from Aldama, 11 from Kennard. Ja only shot 5 for 19, but they still came out with the win. Also got some big buckets near the end of the game. Actually, some really big buckets that sealed the game. As for the Timberwolves, they shot a better percentage from the field, 56.6, and a better percentage from three, 40.5. They got 18 from Randall, 21 from McDaniels, 12 from Gobert, 21, 10, and 7 from DiVincenzo, 15 from Edwards, and 19 off the bench from Naz Reid. Dante DiVincenzo was really big on the boards. As for the end of the game, Julius Randle, stop. You have Anthony Edwards on your team, and he took the ball by himself, tried to go one-on-one, turned the ball over, turned into a loss. I feel bad for Anthony Edwards. Moving on to the last game of Saturday, we have the Miami Heat winning 119 to 98 over the Portland Trail Blazers. The Heat shot 47.8% from the field and 43.2% from three. They got 14 from Highsmith, 13 and 11 from Bam Bam, 32 from Hero, 11 from Rozier, 11 from Hawkins, and 21 off the bench from Jovic. As for the Portland Trail Blazers, they shot 37.9% from the field and 28.9% from three, so pretty dang bad shooting splits. They got 10 rebounds from Kamara. They got 15 and 12 from Deni Advia. They got 8 and 10 from Donovan Clingan, 28 from Anthony Simons, 22 from Sharp. They also got 10 from Murray off the bench. But overall, the Miami Heat were a way better team. And honestly, since losing Jimmy Butler, they've almost been playing better. 20 and 17 now on the year, and Jimmy Butler has been out like the last 3 or 4 games. Next up, we got the New York Knicks, who dismantled the Milwaukee Bucks 140 to 106. The Bucks shot 45.7% from the field and 29.4% from three. They got 24 and 13 from Giannis, 22 from Dame. They got 16 off the bench from Cash Money Chris, but it was just not enough to stop the Knickerbockers. As for the Knicks, they shot 58% from the field and 43.9% from three. They got 44 from Brunson, 30 and 18 from Big Cat. They got 11 from Anunoby, 11 and 11 from Josh Hart. They got 18 off the bench from Campaign. They won the rebounding battle by 10. They were just far and away the way better team. Bucks moved to only 3 games above 500. Knicks are now 12 games above 500. Next up, we have the Nuggets beating the Luka and Kyrie-less Mavericks. The Nuggets shot 48.9% from the field and 21.9% from 3, so bad shooting splits from the 3-point line, but they still came out with the win. They got 13 from MPJ, 19 and 18 and 9 from Jokic. They got 21, 10 and 7 from Russ. They got 17 from Murray. They got 13 off the bench from Gordon, 10 off the bench from Peyton. Watson, as for the Mavericks, they shot 41.2% from the field and 35.4% from 3. They got 16 from Marshall, 14 and 8 from Lively. They got 16 and 10 from Dinwiddie, 25 from Klay Thompson on 6 for 13 from 3. They didn't get anyone on the bench to give them double figures. They lost the rebounding battle by almost 20, and they come out with the loss. Next up, we have the Sacramento Kings beating the Bulls by a score of 5, 124 to 119. The Kings shot 49.5% from the field and 33% from 3. They got 22 and 15 and 8 from Sabonis, 21 from Debo. They got 14 from Murray, 25 from Fox. Fox is back. Fox also had 9 rebounds. They got 8, and 9 from Monk. They didn't get double figures from anyone on the bench, but they didn't need it because all of their starters were in double figures, 3 of them with 20-plus points. As for the Bulls, they shot 46.2% from the field and 48.6% from 3. They shot better from 3 than they did from the field. They got 36 and 10 from Levine, 12, 11, and 7 from Josh Giddey, 18 from Vooch, 15 from Lonzo. They also got 10 off the bench from THT. Overall, the Sacramento Kings got 8 more boards, and they shot a little bit better, and that propelled them to the win. Next up, we got a really close game. The Boston Celtics beat the Pelicans by 1 point, 120 to 119. The Pelicans shot 46.5% from the field and 45.9% from 3. They got 16 from Zion in his game back from his hamstring injury after he came back for 1 game. They got 13 from CJ, 26 and 9 and 8 from DeJounte Murray, 30 from Trey Murphy III. They also got 10 off the bench from Jeff Green. As for the Celtics, they shot 43.6% from the field, so worse, and 29.5% from 3, which is way worse than the Pelicans. They got 38 and 11 from Tatum, 19 and 11 from Tingus Pingus. They got 16 from 8 and 7 from Jalen Brown, 12 from Horford, and 11 from Horford, and 11 from Pritchard. They won the rebounding battle, though, by 13, and that's what translated to them being able to win by 1 point. Next up, we got the Pacers and the Cavaliers. The Cavaliers surprisingly lose. Their I think, 13-game win streak comes to an end. The Pacers win 108 to 93. The Pacers shot 46.7% from the field and 31.4% from 3, so not even that great of shooting splits. They got 18 from Siakam, 15 and 10 from Turner, 19 from Nembhard. Only 2 from Tyrese Haliburton in 19 minutes, shot 1 for 5 from the field. They got 12 from Benedict Mathurin, 12 from Toppin, 11 from Thomas Bryant. They also got 8 and 12 from Walker. As for the Cavs, they only shot 39.8% from the field and 26.8% from 3. They got 16 and 12 from Mobley, 11 and 9 from Allen, 20 from Garland, 19 from Mitchell. No one on their bench hit double figures, and they lose this game to the Indiana Pacers, who moved 4 games over 500. The Cavs are still 33 and 5, but it was kind of an embarrassing loss to lose to this Pacers team after the teams they've been beating. Next up, we got a close game as the Orlando Magic beat the 76ers 104 to 99. They win by 5. The 76ers shot 45.8% from the field and 41.4% from 3. They got 25 and 10 from Paul George. They got 29 from Tyrese Maxey, 14 from Eric Gordon, and they got 12 from Kelly Oubre Jr. As for the Magic, they shot 48.8% from the field and 23.3% from the 3-point line. Paulo Banchero had 28 and 6, 27 from Cole Anthony, 20 off the bench from, and 11 rebounds from Jonathan Isaac off the bench on 8 for 13 shooting, not just defense. They also got 17 off the bench from Black. They won the rebounding battle by 12. The 76ers only got 29 rebounds the entire game. 29. That's embarrassing. The Orlando Magic come away with the win, and the 76ers moved to 7 games under 500. Next up, we've got a blowout as the Thunder played the Wizards, beat them by 41, 136 to 95. The Thunder shot 47.4% from the field and 37.1% from three. They got 17 from J-Dub. They got 10 and 12 from Hartenstein, 27 from Shea, 11 from Lou Dort, 14 from Wallace, 23 off the bench from Aaron Wiggins, who has been killing it. They got 10 from Williams. As for the Wizards, they only shot 33.7% from the field and 19.6% from three. That's horrendous. They got 10 from Sarr, 13 from Poolboy. They got 10 from Koulibaly. They got 17 from Kispert and 12 from Valanciunas. This was just not a good game for the Wizards, though, as the Thunder are way too much for them to handle. Next up, we got the Utah Jazz winning the Brooklyn Nets by 1 in OT. As for the Nets, they shot 42.4% from the field and 25% from three. They got 19 from Williams, 14 from Claxton, along with 12 rebounds. They got 14, 6, and 9 from Benjamin Simmons. They got 22 off the bench from Mbouva. They got 12 from Sharp and 11 from Martin. As for the Jazz, they shot 44.4% from the field and 38.6% from three. They got 21 from Sexton, 23, 7, and 7 from Isaiah Collier or Collier. I've heard it both ways. I don't know exactly what one is the right. They got 12 from Filipkowski, 16 from Senzoba, and 16 from Mikalik off the bench. The Jazz win by a 1-point margin. They lost the rebounding battle by 13, but still came out with the win. Isaiah Collier had some big buckets near the end, career high of 23, and the Jazz win their 10th game. I don't know what they're doing. They should be trying to tank. Their team's not good enough. Next up, we got the Hornets and the Suns. The Suns win 120 to 113 as the Suns move to 500 again. The Suns have been playing really well since moving Bradley Beal and Yusuf Nurkic to the bench. As for the Hornets, they shot 44.6% from the field and 37.5% from three. Not bad shooting splits. They got 19 from Brandon Miller, 21 from Miles Bridges, 24 and 16 from Mark Williams. They got 25 from LaMelo. They didn't get double figures from anyone off the bench. As for the Suns, they shot 48.3% from the field and 41.5% from three. They got 27, 8, and 5 from KD, 11 from Dunn, 35 and 8 from D-Book. They also got 10 off the bench from Iguodaro, I'm pretty sure as you say his name, and 15 from Bill, and 13 from Grayson Allen. They lose the rebounding battle by 13, but they still come out with the win as the Hornets move to 8 and 28. That's it for the weekend recap of the games in the NBA. No other big news came out. A couple injury updates, but nothing too big. Jimmy Butler still has not been traded. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.